Well, I can describe my life trying to find something. I was out there in the darkness and I started talking to a Christian friend, and I went out and bought a Bible. I started reading the Bible, and it was good. I started reading Psalms, and man, these are really resonating with me. I had a pretty dark year, and it ended with me accepting Christ in my life, and it was just really amazing because it was just almost like the curtain raising for everything that happened afterward. Yeah, I met Swiss hanging blinds in the house, and Bev and Swiss and Leah came over one night.
Started installing blinds and chatting with Todd, and just got to know him and his story and how he moved here from Seattle.
I get a text message the next morning, come on down to church with us. And I'm going, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I wanted to move to a small town to do, is to connect with the community and connect with a small church. So came down a few more times, and then I get an invitation to their house for Christmas dinner.
Well, we did a huge Christmas feast, and we invited Todd for Christmas dinner, and one of our neighbors, and just some other family that we had here in town, people that didn't really have anywhere to go.
It was an amazing, I don't think I had a Christmas dinner with other people probably for the last 30 years, 25 years in my life. It's special. It was a special evening.
Todd came down with COVID a few weeks after that.
I was getting shorter breath, and I'm a guy, we get things all the time and we just kind of deal with them. It's kind of like I didn't really put two and two together.
We went and saw how he was doing, and we had some concerns. He wasn't doing as well as we thought.
Leah did got me in the truck and drove me up. She prayed the whole time, and like I said, I was a little bit out of it, but I do remember her prayers and remembering her telling me that the church was praying for me. They put me immediately on air, and doctor saw me around midnight, and he came in because there was a lot of patients. There was, I think, 30 here in Bozeman. Then I asked him, well, what do you think my chances are going home soon? And he said, no, you're going to be here for a long time, Todd.
We were just all praying for him and just speaking truth over him. And he kept texting with verses, and I've got angels all around me, and I'm going to get better.
Doctor came in, I think it was Tuesday morning, and he said, he looked at me, and he looked at me again, and he looked at my chart, and he said, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened here. You've gone kind of from like number 30 on my list to like number 2 or number 1. You're like one of my best patients now. I don't know what happened. So what I hope to do in the next year is now to give back. I think I was healed. Now you go out and help. and that's part of the deal. That's part of the deal.
He's very much a fighter in his spirit. He's a fighter in his spirit too, and he's got a passion for life and passion for sharing his story and just sharing his experiences in life.
And this is really the only church community he's been a part of, and had we not showed up for him and putting blinds in his house, we could have said no to that. But because we said yes to those things, it created this opportunity for Todd to have community for when the crisis does happen.
So I found Fresh Life. Actually, I went to an art walk, and I ran into a friend who came to Fresh Life, and she was like, well, you should come to Fresh Life, see what you think. And so I started coming here in June of 2015. And like a lot of people say, I just felt like he was speaking right to me. And so I've called Fresh Life my home ever since.
Ashley is a Spitfire. She's on fire for God. She wants everybody to know what God has done in her life, and she just loves people so much.
She's a presence in the room for sure, and it's always appreciated to have her around. And she's got this go-get-'em attitude. She doesn't let anything slow her down at all.
So January 6th, 2018, which was a Saturday, I went to Livingston with a friend, and he dropped me off. I went into my home and I closed the door. The next thing I remember is I woke up in the hospital, and I was told that I had been shot 4 times. So come to find out, I got a shot in the back of the head, and then part of the bullet landed in my right carotid artery. And the doctor said if that bullet would have landed absolutely anywhere else, I would have bled to death that evening. And it's definitely a miracle that I'm here for sure. The Lord definitely saved me, because that's not something typically that you would obviously survive from.
When Ashley came back to us, some of our team had known her before her incident and was just so excited to welcome her back home. They had no idea what had happened to her or how she was doing since the incident. And so it was really exciting for them to have her come join us again too.
I can't drive anymore because of my injury. And I have a friend, Todd, who is more than willing to come and pick me up and bring me.
You know, I pick Ashley up in the morning for church, and we go to church and we talk about Ashley's new kids at her school.
Since I've started coming back to Fresh Life, since moving back here, I mean, it's everything to me. I mean, it's really is family. You know, there's a group of people that, you know, they're not just there for you for the good times, but, you know, for the hard times too. You know, I mean, we're there for each other. We're tight, and, you know, we really do love each other, just as Christ calls us to.
I've learned so much from Ashley. If I ever have to go in a spiritual battle, I want to go into it with Ashley.
The community that we're leading and building, I do really think it's impactful and important. I think it's maybe one of the most important things that we do, because Sunday is great, and that's a time where we come together and celebrate what Jesus has done for all of us. But it's like the Monday through Saturday thing where you walk what you preach, and how you show up in people's lives is what changes their heart towards Jesus. When I see people in our home, you know, like 20 people in our home, I am smiling inside, because it feels like that. It just feels like warmth, and it feels like Jesus to me.